Dear Gum, I've been kidnapped. I might be dead, but not before writing this.
Oh no, I'll rescue you.
I'm at a graveyard on an island. Hurry up.
Well, where are you? Are you behind the store?
I might be.
Yeah, but are you?
Who's to say? I'm not.
No!
Good luck.
Hi, so this is like a little demo map that I bought a long time ago of a stylistic sort of graveyard, and I've been tweaking it and modifying it, and I'm going to continue to do so, but I'm going to use this as a foundation of trying to get the point and click tools out of the tutorial and into custom maps and practice using them in original environments. You know, what I'd like to do is treat this almost like an alpha or a demo or a proof of concept where I use the tools to create a mini game of getting Gum into that building. The premise of the game would be that Chew's been kidnapped, and he's been trapped on this island, and the actual game itself would take place inside this house. But if you look inside, obviously the real house is way too tiny, so it would be a totally different series of scenes and maps that I would have to construct. But this entire little exterior, this little mini island, would be the foundation of me practicing setting up point-and-click adventure-style puzzles, including the different cameras and items and unlockable doors. And here you can see all of the trigger volumes and cameras that I've already set up and have been experimenting with. The toolkit comes with two different types of cameras, an advanced one and a static one. And the advanced one has like a larger range of motion. It can move parallel for a while, and the static ones just kind of have a limited rotation. And you can have these triggered by, you know, different volumes as you cross into different areas. And so that's what I have been playing with. And then there's a door function that the kit has that specifically warps you to a new location. And this is a nav mesh. This is all the green stuff is where Gum can actually walk by you clicking there. You know, you need to lay this out in order for it to work. And eventually, I'm going to just play you the game. So you can get a game in quotes, of course, but there'd be like a boat right there and a little note, and it would be like, Dear Gum, I've been kidnapped. I might be dead, but not before writing this. And then Gum would be like,
Oh no, I'll rescue you.
I'm at a graveyard on an island. Hurry up.
But you can see the volume is triggering the camera changes. You can kind of see how like this camera is super low to the ground and stylistic. And then if you go to the side of this little outer island, there's a further back camera that you can just kind of see it's rotating on the horizontal axis while still tracking Gum. And when he crosses back over, it'll go to the original camera that opened the scene up. It took me a little while to figure out how to get multiple trigger volumes to trigger a single camera, but I think I got that all squared away. But you can see that's like very stylistic. And then this here, where this camera is behind the fence, that's really exciting to me. It's kind of impractical, but it's so artistic and fun. And yeah, sometimes Gum can get hidden behind objects. And then trying to figure out how to keep the camera from clipping through the mesh is a pain. But I love it so much. It's so 90s and so unnecessary. And then that door is part of the toolkit where you can see like the actual word door hovers over the icon when you open it up. But this is where my influences come into play, and I want it to be like an homage of a combination of like Hugo's House of Horrors mixed with Alone in the Dark. And like I've been playing the original Alone in the Dark a bit and watching other people online play Alone in the Dark, because I straight up suck at that game, but I love watching people play it. But you can see how the field of view in this camera, it's like a 25mm camera or something like that, where the field of view is warped and the angles are all unnecessary. And I don't have a trigger volume to reactivate any of the other cameras, so that's all I've done. But the purpose of all of that was just to make sure that I understood at least how to set up cameras. And then the latest thing was experimenting with the doors to see how the doors transported you. But I'd like to be able to, you can see some like stock dialogue there. If you click somewhere you can't walk. But you know, I'd like to be able to get some cameras set up and start figuring out how to create interactive objects and create an inventory and all this sort of stuff, like combine items. All of that functionality is in the toolkit, so I don't have to figure out how to code any of that. I just have to figure out how to use the classes and the functions, the blueprints and everything that have been coded into it. But yeah, this whole little area is like a fun little training ground that I'm going to use to just get to the front door and then it's over. That's the plan. I don't know, it could take weeks, it could take months. I don't think it'll take months because it's going to be very simple, but I don't know how to do any audio, or I haven't triggered any dialogue. And, there's no real plot beyond what I just said about you being kidnapped. But yeah, it's just like a self-contained little thing. And I'm pretty excited. It's very, very, very small in scope with potential to be more, since in theory, like the real game would be inside the house, and this is all just tutorial-y beginning stuff, I guess. But that was it. I just wanted to record a little something real quick, an update on what I've been learning or trying to learn and figure out. I'll talk to you guys later.